Welcome to the Old School, New School podcast videocast. We're sitting here today with the guys from Jet City Improv. You can find them at 5510 University Way Northeast in Seattle, Washington. And jetcityimprov.com is their website. 206-352-8291 if you would like to buy tickets. We're sitting here with Ian Shemp on the end, and Andrew McMasters, the founder of Jet City Improv, is sitting next to me. And your name is very regal sounding, I must admit.
Thank you. Thank you
sounds
very much.
like
Is it your real name?
It is. It is my real name.
It sounds like some sort of cheeseburger with a crown of fries on top of it.
If only it were that tasty.
I may invent the McMaster burger at some point. No, go ahead and ask them a couple questions of these guys.
All right. So let's see. So I would like to get your opinion on, well, not opinion, but how would you describe improv to somebody? Probably everybody knows what improv is, but how would you sell it to somebody?
Ooh.
Sell it to somebody.
Sell it.
I was going with description, and I would just say it's like a play, only they make it up. But if you're going to sell improv to someone, you should go see improv, because every time it's totally different. Things are happening. You're in the middle of it. It's like going to see a Chekhov play, but you get to tell Chekhov what to write about, and then it's not as boring as Chekhov.
That's exactly it. Like, you want to go see a play, and you want to listen to people who are going to say lines. Well, why not go see a play and then tell them what to say? That's what improv is.
So what exactly got? I'm gonna ask you. How did you get into improv? I mean, what started the journey, if you will?
I actually worked for a while in Philadelphia before I moved out here. I worked in Atlantic City doing a walk-around character. So I did a lot of that, which is just really creating a character and then being interactive with the audience. And then when I moved out here, I auditioned for an improv company that was starting up, and that's where I met Mike Christensen. And he and I are the co-founders of the company, of Jet City Improv, Winging Productions, all of it. So basically we then met at this audition, and then we were in that group for a while. It died a death like most improv groups do. And then about a year and a half later, we basically came up with money and said, let's start our own company. And then we started Jet City Improv. And that was 1992.
And you're millionaires.
Crazy!
Who are your influences in comedy?
For me, I have huge influences recently with Eugene Merman, amazing stand-up out of New York. Patton Oswalt's been big for me for a long time. But really, right now, I'm really into Chris Hardwick. He's a stand-up and like musical comedy guy in LA.
I mean, from the old days stuff, I would say more like Don Rickles. Really for the sense of being able to abuse someone, but with this sense of love.
Yeah.
You know, this absolute love, and being able to say anything you want to just because you can.
And get away with it.
And get away with it, which nobody could now because there's a different sort of sense. And he still can, because he still does it with this sense of absolute love for the person who he's just ripping to shreds, which I think is just fabulous. I love watching Tom Hanks stuff from all the way up, you know, of things that he's done. But I look for theatrical stuff in that direction.
If you ever met Tom Hanks, would you just say, I loved you in Bosom Buddies, just to take him down a peg?
I would, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
You know, he would probably expect somebody to say, like, Philadelphia or, you know, Castaway, but I just really loved you in Bosom Buddies. And you were dressed up like a woman.
Splash.
Splash.
That was it.
Are you ever going to do anything else?
Right, yeah, come on, man.
Let's say I'm pointing here at Connor. He's telling a great story, but I move my hand away suddenly. He doesn't stop. What happens? He is out of there. I point to Andrew. He's not paying attention. He doesn't pick up that story where Connor left off. He is out of there. There are tons of other rules. You can't like alter the story, break the thread, bad grammar, make up words. Flynn Limit. I'm sorry, Terry. Move on. Out of there. Slam gummit. You're out of there. Slam gummit. No archaic cuss words either. Yeah. All right. Now, this all sounds really difficult. Let's make it a bit harder by getting a suggestion. I need something you cannot break over one knee. I heard Mr. Rogers. Too soon, okay? Mr. Rogers, here we go. Mr. Rogers story. Players, you ready? Yes! Mr. Rogers.
It was a cold day, so I thought I should put on my sweater.
I did.
Then I went to the door, because the mailman was likely to be coming soon. Sure enough, it was him. Big old stack of mail. And right behind him was a trolley careening towards the door, also full of mail. I sure had a lot of mail today. I was going to help him. I was going to help, but I realized I had a picket fence to fix. So I grabbed my hammer, changed my shoes.
audience.
What happened here? I said loudly, this was horrible. Well, I took the trolley conductor by his throat and throttled him right there in the whole neighborhood. They all watched me die. Which was sad for the neighborhood.
Now, is there anything that makes for a good suggestion? Like, are there suggestions you hear all the time and you kind of get a sense that, okay, that guy, we're not listening to that guy
Elvis.
Cheese.
Pickle. Yeah.
Cheese.
Cheese.
Pretend you're a piece of cheese.
No, I like cheese. Anything involving cheese, the audience thinks is hilarious. But no, the things that make for great suggestions are just broad experiences that everyone has had. One of my favorite suggestions to give improv students is high school. Everyone's got something to pull from for high school. High school or hot rod or anything that just like gives you an instant feeling rather than like, oh, a hippopotamus wearing a tutu. I mean, that's easy to do. I could do that.
You can't do that for 10 minutes, though. It's kind of hard to do.
Yeah, exactly. You could, but there's not a lot of depth there. You got two Fantasia jokes and then you're out, right?
Yeah. So. And I think those are the ones that get hard too. And it's like hippopotamus in a tutu doing karate. Okay, man, you're trying too hard.
Yeah.
Give me hippopotamus.
Yeah.
Give
We'll
me
put the tutu in the karate.
Give me karate. Like this simpler thing, which then we can take and expand into millions of different
Well, I was going to ask you if there is actually any sort of like quick improv exercise maybe we could like try out.
We were just doing it.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
called Word
something
Ball.
that can maybe involve
Yeah.
us as novices or actually absolute amateurs. Is there like some sort of...
Do you want to answer, Dr. Noah?
Dr. Know-It-All,
Okay.
categories is super simple.
Sure, yeah.
Dr. Know-It-All, please tell me what was your favorite period in history and why is that one in particular? Like, I like the Renaissance, but what do you like?
All right.
I
really enjoy
the
Holocaust.
because
it
Took
some
people
off
the
lists.
and
well
It
really felt
good. No, that's not.
all right, guys. Thanks for being on the Old School New School podcast.
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.